All right, Barlo Gates, how y'all doing today? Old Big Jim coming at y'all from the international headquarters of everything Barlo. Uh, whoops, got a big day today, guys. I'm running late. I got a lot going on, trying to keep everything straight. Uh, got a lot of things going on, guys. My channel just has got me running around like a old crazy baby rooster. I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this going on. Let's say up on the anvil today, got a little eye candy for y'all. This is a Rough Rider vintage bone handle mini trapper. It's a beautiful piece. Something that I got that I got it off the eBay. Just a wonderful knife. I'm not digging the thumb stud. Been on Amazon trying to find a replacement actual stud according to this, to where I can modify that and get that to where I can use it a lot better. But it's a wonderful knife, beautiful bone handles. I consider it to be a banger, so it's what it is. Now, up on the screen, you're going to see here, I got Mr. Harold from HTEDC. I got all three of his stickers. I'm not going to give y'all a pocket dump today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a 2017. This is a Trapper in Delrin stainless steel. I think it's oh Lord, my brain ain't working in this such a hurry. It's a 3254. Just a wonderful example. It's a user. One of them things I find when I go digging in my box. Coming in second, look at here, guys. Ain't that pretty? Got that little butter bean. Little canoe pattern. This is a Rough Rider in a natural bone. Just a beautiful, beautiful little butter bean. That thing just sweet as it could be. That's a little fifth pocket, little pocket watch dropper right there. But also, just because I can, I'm going to throw in the old Remington from their Wildlife Cedar. Got the beautiful red bone handles. Just a beautiful knife. I would carry this, but boy, I would hate to. I don't even want to put a scratch on it. Okay, that's for the canoe crew. All you guys in the canoe crew, paddle up. All right here on the end, we got the hunter's herd. Y'all might have got a little sneak on that when I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Mr. Harold he's the cattle driver. He's the cattleman on the hunter's herd. Herd them up, guys. There's that old Remington Master Guide, big boy. That's a big one right there. When Mr. Harold says he likes a big one, I believe this is what he's talking about. Of course, if you're gonna be hunting, carrying your folding hunter out there in the wild to find you something, you're gonna need your guide. And if you hire one, you might as well hire a master guide. Okay, what we're talking about today? Well, y'all know me, man. When I get my mind set on something, I go there. I call it going down the rabbit hole. So I went down the rabbit hole. I went on website, found something I was looking at and really liked. RoseCraft Blade. That's the second. I got this one. This is the first one I got. This is the Beaver Creek Barlo. Comes in your little sliding box. Just a beautiful example of a Barlo. Now this is the second. It's got one little place on it that right here on the bottom is the only thing I can figure out the reason it got called and they called it the second. I can promise you, RoseCraft Blades has the highest standards of any knife company that I know of. I don't care if it's made in China, the USA, Stone County, El Dorado, Arkansas. I don't care where it's made. If you have standards this high, you're gonna have a good product. Just a beautiful knife. Just a wonderful, wonderful knife. RoseCraft Blade. Mr. Andy Armstrong has got it going on. I have all the respect in the world for that man. He's from his Rough Rider Reserve days, well, even his regular stuff that he did in the Rough Rider, just a beautiful, beautiful knife right there. Listen to this. Man, it just don't get no better than that. All right, coming in number 2, it's another second. I may see a theme here on what I do at RoseCraft Blades. Of course, I'm your frugal knife collector. This is the Appalachian Jack. Let me tell you what. I'm like Mr. Harold. I like them big ones. The Appalachian Jack is a big one. Just an absolute beautiful. Got the black micarta handles. We got the D2 steel. That sexy clip blade. One of them things that makes just, gets in that half stop. Just a beautiful walk and talk is great. Just a sharp, I'm talking about sharp. Ooh, Lord. I heard my brother at RoseCraft Blades talk about he watched his daddy sharpen his pocket knife. Well, my daddy's from Louisiana, his daddy's from Louisiana, so I did the same thing. That's how I sharpen a knife. When I get on stone, it's the old spit and swirl. That's how I do it. Now, I hadn't sharpened none of these, but I can tell you what, that's a spit and swirl right there. That's and that's one of them big ones. That'll fill your hands up, make you understand what's going on. All right, the reason I went down the rabbit hole, y'all, of course, I have one more of these coming. I did a trade with the Ozark boy, Mr. Jason. I did a trade with him. I had the Obi. It's a curved, it's a sway back Skinner. I did a trade with him, and that's what leads me into this last part of this thing right here. The trade that I made with him, I did with a blue synthetic jig bone Saudi Jr. And a while back, I made me and Mr. Harold, we're friends on Facebook, and I messenger, and I sent him a message, and he has in his intro, he has a photo shot of now a vault pattern with RoseCraft Blades. It's a loose hatchet jack, but it's in the basket weave. Now that's been moved into the vault. I don't know if it'll ever come back or not, but I kind of just out of the blue made a remark to him about us doing a trade for that knife. And well, a few days ago, I got a mail call, and in that mail call was a very, very well handwritten note that I'm not going to share with y'all, but Mr. Harold told me he wanted me to have something, and he sent it to me. And Lord God, I walked around with it for almost an hour and a half until my domestic partner, Miss Tricia, came into the kitchen, and I was standing by the microwave, and she said, "What's wrong?" And I looked at her, and I said, I held up the knife, and I told her, I said, "I just can't, I don't have the words." Now, I don't have the words right now. This is Thanksgiving week, and I got in my book today and tried to find some direction on how the best way to thank somebody for something. And I don't know how to do it. But let's go ahead and do this. Okay, this is a RoseCraft Blade, and this ain't got no second root on it. This is top of the line. And the reason you could tell that, see, it still has the foil. I mean, the wax paper it was wrapped in. The seconds don't do that. When you get a second, the inspector has taken it, opened it, removed the paper, and discarded it. And what you get is a box with just the knife in it. And this says right here, RoseCraft Blade Jack. Now, y'all excuse me, I was in contact with Mr. Harold again on Facebook, and we had a discussion about this knife, and I told him it's a Barlo. You can call it a jackknife, you can call it what you want to, and all the respect in the world to Mr. Andy Armstrong at RoseCraft Blade. But people, this is a Barlo, okay? The definition from All About Pocket Knives, and if you do a search about the excuse me for doing a cleanup on aisle 4 here, but it's just a beautiful knife. It needs to be clean. Look at the wood in that thing, guys. Y'all see the grain in that thing? This is the rosewood. Look at that thing. Lord have mercy. The definition of a Barlo is a 3 5/8 inch knife with a bolster that is 1/3 the length of the entire knife. Well, this bolster is not quite 1/3, but Lord, man, it's been, everybody puts their own hint or tilt on what a Barlo knife really is. I mean, everybody from case, they're pretty conventional, to Rough Rider, to Frost, they all have their stand, and they're what they interpret to be a Barlo. Barlo is basically they went for as low as 59 cents, but the most popular ones here in America were around the $2 mark. Now, I keep saying Barlo madness to people. What Barlo madness to me means is today on eBay, those $2 pocket knives that you bought in the 50s and 60s and 70s are now $50. People, they find an original, let's say a Roberson, and that pocket knife back in the day cost, $5.99 at the hardware store. Well, they're wanting 50, 60, 70, $80 for it. That's Barlo madness. Now you know what I mean when I'm saying Barlo madness. But anyway, I don't have the words, Mr. Harold, my brother from another mother, my brother in Blades, the leader of the pack, as far as I'm concerned. And ain't a finer feller in the world than Mr. Harold Terry, y'all. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I don't have the words. All I can say is thank you, Brother Harold. Y'all hear that? Listen to that. Right into the walk and talk. There's my old test for the half stop. I can't get y'all in frame. I'm looking at the knife, boy. I just love it. I got somebody gonna make me a custom slip for this. I gave them full control. Told them to do what they do. I don't care if the damn thing's $50. Excuse my language. This knife deserves a proper place to be carried. And Brother Harold told me that he wanted me to carry it and enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to do. Just an absolutely beautiful knife. I don't know. Can I say that one more time? An absolutely beautiful knife. Well, we're not going to put that one to the side. We're going to sit that right up there in the middle of the herd. Okay, y'all. If y'all hadn't figured out by now, am I a fanboy of HT EDC? Well, yeah, I guess you'd say I am. But the words of wisdom I have from y'all is, my father told me, he said it 100 times. He said, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. And it took me years. I have a whole book of Dadisms that I have written down. And that one, a lot of times I never knew what he was talking about. It took me a minute to figure it out. But what that means is if somebody is imitating you, that they're flattering you. And if you flatter somebody else or imitating somebody else, that you're flattering them. All this started with the knife doctor. From him, I found Mr. Harold. From him, I went to AW Customs. It's a pyramid, guys. Everything is filtered down to me. And if I do anything here on YouTube, I want to try to leave a digital path that someday some guy will look at it and say, you know, man, that old dude, he's about a half shovel full with full wheelbarrow, but he knew what the heck is going on. All right, a while ago before I got on here, I looked at the analytics on my channel. I was right at 420 subscribers. I need 500 because at that time I'm gonna do a massive, let me say that one more time, a massive giveaway. And I want to give some knives to some people. I want them to enjoy these knives. It's gonna be good. Yeah, trust me, guys. It's gonna be good. So, final thoughts. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Send it to your enemy. Send it to your family and tell them you want the knife if they win. Just know this, guys, that I do all this because of the great community that I have become a part of. One last thing before I do the outro here, and this is please like, share, and comment. Last night I got on a live with a gentleman, Mr. Mike. Some of y'all might know him. His name is Cornbread. There ain't a finer feller in the world. He don't need my help. I can promise you that. There ain't a finer feller in the world than Cornbread. I got to visit with Miss Muffin. The dogs came out. I think the corn fritters, I think you put them in the house. But anyway, I just want y'all to know that I am a blessed gentleman. It is Thursday. This week is Thanksgiving. I am thankful for everything that has happened to me in this community. And I don't know any finer way in the world to say goodbye than to, I hope all y'all are suffering from Barlo madness.